Now on CoastTV News.
It's a dry and cold start to our Wednesday, the big travel day, with increasing clouds today, dry for the East Coast. Then a developing system to our west will result in a wet Thanksgiving. More on your holiday travel weather coming up.
Milford marijuana debate. We're taking a look at the school district's effort to convince the city not to legalize pot sales.
And traveling for Turkey Day, what Delaware State Police want you to keep in mind to make sure you get to your destination safely.
A record-breaking number of drivers expected to hit the roads on Thanksgiving. How gas prices may have encouraged more people to travel this year.
This is CoastTV News Today.
Good morning, everybody. It's Wednesday, November 27th, 2024. I'm Paige Marley.
And good morning. I'm Elise Weber. Matt Pensick has the day off.
And thank you all for being up with us during our 5 o'clock hour.
Yeah, day before Thanksgiving.
Yes,
my favorite holiday.
I know it is. So it's your favorite holiday? What's your favorite Thanksgiving meal or side?
Oh, stuffing.
Really?
My dad makes homemade apple sausage stuffing.
Okay.
Everyone has to try Greg's stuffing at one point in their life.
I need to try Greg's stuffing.
He's a great
I'm not a
cook.
stuffing fan.
No, it's amazing.
I believe that I would like it.
It's all homemade. It's amazing.
Okay.
What's yours?
Cranberry sauce.
That's good. That's good too.
Either way, from the can or regular, I'm not picky. I know
I'm
that's
more
a
of a
debate.
cranberry sauce person than a gravy person.
Me too.
So I agree with that.
Okay, perfect.
But we had to ask Bob.
Yeah.
We can't leave Bob out of this. Bob, what's your favorite Thanksgiving dish?
Besides the turkey, I'd have to go jellied cranberries and stuffing and candied yams too. I like those too. So looking forward to that, getting hungry. It's frosty out the door on this big travel Wednesday. 29 in Delmar, 31 in Georgetown, Seaford 32, Milton 31, 43 in Ocean City, 37 at Bethany Beach. So it's frosty inland as we have calm winds for the most part. We are seeing some stars out there. So if you're traveling across Delmarva this morning, the big travel day, we're looking good. In fact, really looking good much across much of the East Coast. And farther to the west, we're seeing developing rain and snow across the Ohio Valley. That's the next system that will bring us rain for Thanksgiving, but not for your travel day. Out the door, it's frosty. Leave extra time to scrape the frost off. Mid-morning, we're looking at mid-40s. By noon, we start to increase the clouds with temperatures in the low 50s, but roads will be dry. And then by mid-afternoon, mostly cloudy skies with temperatures into the 50s and remaining dry and chilly as we go into your Wednesday evening. So take it slow out there, dry roads, good visibility, and mild temperatures today. Then we're looking at more rain as we go into your Thanksgiving, and then for your Friday, the big shopping day, looking dry, and then really cold to start the month of December. More in your forecast coming up a little bit later on.
Bob, thank you so much. We're now going to take a live look at the Bay Bridge. Ooh, all right. Already a little early heading westbound. Now, okay, a lot of cars and trucks on the road. As the day goes on, I'm sure we'll see even more vehicles on those major roadways as they travel to their Thanksgiving destinations. I know a few people heading eastbound today, so get ready for traffic. Now, as we're talking holiday travel, there is a shot of Route 50 only hours ago. Not terrible traffic just yet. Looking pretty good, though. MDOT says, prepare for much more in the coming days, of course. In Delaware, you can get a ride for free if you need a designated driver. That's always a good thing. The Sober Rides program offers up to $20 in vouchers from Lyft and Uber to help people avoid junk driving. New this morning, Maryland reminding drivers of the importance of safety during this busy season. According to the agency, all 23 of its state police barracks will be on the roads. They'll be working to fight against aggressive, impaired, and distracted driving. The agency is encouraging everyone to take steps to prevent impaired driving, such as having a designated driver or, like we mentioned, using those rideshare apps.
And new this morning, we're going to go over some crash information from Delaware State Police. We asked for some stats from Thanksgiving weekend in 2023. And last year, during this holiday, there was one crash that did result in a death. There were 33 injuries, which was 5 fewer than the previous year. There were 165 crashes with damage, and that was up from 152 in 2022. And we spoke with the Delaware State Police, who shared some important tips they want drivers to keep in mind.
We urge all motorists on Delaware roadways to slow down, buckle up, don't drive distracted, and pay attention to the road. If sleepy or drowsy, pull over and take a break, and please don't drive impaired.
The Delaware Office of Highway Safety is also urging everyone to arrange a sober ride home this holiday season, and they are warning people of the dangers of impaired driving. And if you're getting ready to travel this Thanksgiving, here's something to be thankful for: cheaper gas. About 200,000 Delawareans are expected to be on the roads for the holiday, and the average price of gas in Delaware is $3.01 a gallon. That's down $3.15 this time last year. Maryland drivers will see similar relief, with gas averaging $3.09 a gallon, 15 cents less than last year. But some drivers say they'd like to see those prices fall even further.
We're going to fill up probably a few times since it's pretty long, but you know, they do seem to be lower than before, a little, but you know, they could always be lower.
It's down. It's definitely. I remember last summer it was about $4 a gallon, but it's definitely down from what it used to be. I'd like to see it go a little bit lower.
Regional gas prices are pretty close to what most of the country is paying. The national average today is $3.07.
Seaford creating some rules for a business license for people who want to sell marijuana in the city. Earlier this year, the city created zoning rules that would allow for the recreational sale of pot in certain areas, adding an amendment to their regulations. Officials held a first reading of that amendment that will add license requirements for any retail business selling the drug. They also looked at what they might charge for a license fee, with the suggested number of $1,000, though that may change in future meetings.
And sticking with the topic of marijuana, it's causing some controversy in Milford, where the school district vice president, Matt Bucker, sent a letter to the Milford Council as the city considers legalizing weed sales. Bucker's letter said, quote, "The last thing we need is legal weed in the city of Milford when we in the district are desperately trying to keep drugs out of the schools." But some parents we spoke with say they don't think that pot sales will impact the students.
We can't really depend on the law to implement on how our kids are raised and what they believe in. And I think that the kids that are going to do what they're going to do, they're going to do it regardless of whether there's a law in place or not.
And Milford is still determining how it would regulate those marijuana sales. And this is now going to bring us to our CoastTV poll. We want to know, what should schools do if they catch underage students with pot?
Let's see what you all think so far. We're going to take a look at that poll. A lot of votes came in from overnight.
Yeah.
51% of you say they should be suspended. 26% of you contact their parents. I would imagine both would happen.
Yeah.
Expulsion, 14%. And then a few of you chiming in with a written warning and contacting the police. A lot of different options there. A lot of different levels, too, of discipline. So if you haven't voted yet, you still can. Go to CoastTV.com or you can vote on the mobile app. Well, new this morning, after more than a year of fighting, President Biden is announcing the United States brokered a deal. And I think we're having a couple technical difficulties. All right, here we go. We're going to move on now. I apologize. But we're going to have more coming up, Lisa, on CoastTV News today.
Yeah, coming up, Denrick dredging is underway, and we'll tell you what Denrick says about how this project will improve the beach and shoreline at the Indian River Inlet.
Also ahead, Fenwick Island putting noise on notice. What updates could be in store for the town's noise ordinance after the mayor says there's been some complaints.
And Trump's proposed tariff could impact America's auto industry. We'll tell you why stocks for some of the big manufacturers plummeted after the president-elect's announcement. All that and more as CoastTV News Today continues.
Positive, focused,
supportive, and goal-oriented. These are just a few qualities of coaches who inspire their athletes.
Each month, the Preston Automotive Group will select a coach who makes a difference and make a $500 donation to their organization. Then at the end of the year, 3 of these coaches will receive an extra donation to their program.
Nominate your coach today at DelmarvaSportsNetwork.com under the Features tab.
Delmarva Sports Network coach who makes a difference. Brought to you by Preston Automotive Group.
Introducing Paisano, the authentic pizza oven by Granite Stone. Now make the world's most delicious pizza with real stone right in your own home. You simply set it and let it make golden, crispy, extra cheesy stone-baked pies in under 6 minutes. You can get your Paisano pizza oven for just 3 easy payments of $39.99. Plus, we'll ship your entire order free.
Call 1-800-608-5198 or order online at buypaisano.com.
Draper Media, an equal opportunity employer, is dedicated to provide broad outreach regarding job vacancies at the station. We seek the help of local organizations in referring qualified applicants to our station. Organizations that wish to receive our vacancy information should email humanresources@wboc.com.
Halo Ministries presents Visions of Hope, a Christmas celebration benefiting Halo's mission. This festive evening will be emceed by special guest Jimmy Hoppa and includes a 3-course dinner, live nativity, and music by Halo's Transformation Choir.
The performance features remarkable stories of transformation from despair to a life full of hope and purpose. Tickets are $50 and all proceeds benefit Halo's mission.
Get your tickets now at haloministry.org.
Somebody Everybody's having a night tonight. Yes! I love this wheel.
Wednesday at 7 on Coast TV.
5:10 as we begin our big travel day. Spicer Brothers Camp 31 in Salisbury right now. It is a frosty start. Leave extra time to warm up the car. We're looking at 20s and low 30s inland, 29 in Delmarva, 29 in Redden, 43 in Ocean City, so not as frosty along the coast. Roads are dry, visibility is good, and winds are light as we are seeing some stars. Just saw the crescent moon out there, but we are starting to increase the clouds right now. Thicker clouds will be building in as we go through your day, but much of the East Coast is dry and locally not bad. I gave it the yellow light because it is a frosty start for your morning commute. And then as we head on the road for this afternoon and this evening, I gave it the green light, dry and good visibility and mild temperatures.
Not too bad, Bob. Thank you. As those colder temperatures approach, the Lewis Board of Public Works says it's important to protect water services from freezing. Make sure to insulate exposed pipes, check for any leaks, and seal any gaps in your home to keep that cold air out. Know how to turn off your water quickly in case of an emergency. And don't forget to disconnect any outdoor hoses and winterize your irrigation system.
And new this morning, we have information from DelDOT that the Woodland Ferry is closing today through Friday, November 29th. The agency says that the ferry will reopen on Monday, December 2nd.
Zoom is rebranding with a name change to signal its focus on artificial intelligence. Zoom Video Communications is best known for the video conference software that helped corporate workers really survive during the pandemic. But now it's dropping the word video from its name. It'll just go by Zoom Communications. Zoom's CEO said its AI companion summarizes meeting tasks, drafts email responses, and prepares people for meetings.
And shares of General Motors, Ford, and Chrysler owner Stellantis all dropped after President-elect Trump vowed to impose 25% tariffs on goods from Canada and Mexico. Parts sometimes pass through all three North American countries before a car is fully made and sold. And Trump says the tariffs will help protect workers and boost manufacturing in the U.S.
Still ahead this morning, Fenwick Island putting noise on notice, while the mayor says an update to the town's noise ordinance is needed.
We start at the beaches. No frost out here. 43 in Ocean City right now. Some clouds increasing. And our big travel day is starting cold and dry, then becoming cloudy today and staying dry. Then rain for Thanksgiving, followed by the coldest air of the season so far to start December. Your travel forecast coming up in 2 minutes. Stay tuned.
Listen to Coast Country 103.9 and 106.3. We're Delmarva proud.
Ride the wave of Delmarva's vibrant coastal vibes with Coast Life. From hidden gems to sun-kissed trends and captivating local tales. Dive deep and immerse yourself in our coastal rhythm. Catch Coast Life weekdays at 4 on Coast TV.
Water, nature's ultimate cleaner. We drink it, we bathe in it. Think water, think steam, think clean. Now harness the power of water with the H2O X5 5-in-1 steam cleaning system.
I'm so impressed with the X5.
It's an all-in-one product. I can use it throughout my entire house.
It's cleaning, it's sanitizing, there's no chemicals in it. It's just steam.
This is unbelievable. There is no more odor.
You could spend over $500 to purchase the products that the X5 5-in-1 Miracle replaces. Order your H2O X5 steam cleaning system, a $500 value, for just 4 easy payments of $43. Order now and we'll upgrade your X5 package. We'll add a 6th mode with a dusting and polishing wand. Valued at over $30, this extra bonus attachment makes your H2O X5 the H2O X6. That means your 10-piece system becomes a 12-piece system at no extra cost to you. All for just 3 easy payments of $43. Call or click right now.
You'll be walking in a winter wonderland at Bella Terra's Garden Center this holiday season. From freshly cut Christmas trees and handmade wreaths to poinsettias and Christmas ornaments, let Bella Terra deck your halls and trim your tree. You'll love Christmas shopping at Bella Terra Garden Center as we transform into your ultimate Christmas destination. Bella Terra Landscapes and Garden Center, your Christmas tree headquarters. Bella Terra is located right off Route 16 and Ellendale, Delaware.
For every season, every weather moment, stay ahead with the Coast TV First Alert Weather Phone. Just call 443-880-9100. Your forecast just a call away. Sponsored by the law offices of Baird, Mandalis, Brockstead, and Federico.
The time is now 5:14, and we're going to take a live look outside and look at Salisbury University. And Bob, I know those students, they're probably maybe leaving today, or maybe they were done yesterday, headed home for Thanksgiving. I know I'm driving home later, so I'm curious about that forecast.
I think for the East Coast, Elisa, is looking good. You know, it's looking dry up and down the East Coast. Farther west, a different story. So let's go ahead and look at your airport travel. We're looking at D.C., Baltimore, Philly area in the 50s today, then Atlanta 66, Dallas 81 degrees, nice and toasty there, L.A. 65, 82 in Miami. Most places pretty dry, and right now you can see all the green airplanes indicating the dry conditions. So there are the cities and the temperatures for today, and we're looking at good conditions all across the big cities, across the East and Midwest and the West Coast, and some trouble spots maybe across the Midwest, some rain there. But all in all, things are looking pretty good with no major storms across the entire U.S. and all the major airports, Dulles, Reagan, BWI, and Philly International. No delays right now, so clear sailing as you see all the green airplanes across the Midwest and the East Coast right now. We are seeing some showers beginning to show up now across the Midwest. And as we go through time, here's today at 11:30. We've got some snow in the Rockies, some rain moving out into the plains. This is a system that will give us the rain on Thanksgiving, but it's spreading rain across Wichita into St. Louis, Cincinnati today. And in the colder air, maybe a little bit of an icy mix around Cincinnati. And then we're going to see snow moving into interior parts of New England. But right now, we're looking at, we'll call it mostly clear to partly cloudy skies across Delmarva. We're in good shape here, but then the clouds increasing to the west and already starting to see some of that rain, Missouri back through Kentucky, and a little bit of snow breaking out near Chicago and Cleveland. So not perfect travel weather, but nothing really major right now. It's this area across the Midwest and the Northeast. That's where we have the best chance of frozen precipitation with snow coming out of the Rockies. And right now, the West Coast is in pretty good shape. Closer to home, we're in the 20s and lower 30s. Inland areas pretty frosty out there, but frost-free along the coast right now as the winds are light. So let's walk you through it on Futurecast. Here's this morning. We're in the 30s early on and then into the mid-40s by 9:30. Still in good shape, and then the clouds start to increase as we go into early afternoon. I think we're into the mid-50s. And then we're cloudy, dry, and chilly as we go into your Wednesday evening. And then as we go into tonight and get towards daybreak on Thanksgiving, we start to see showers developing with temperatures into the 50s. So if you are traveling tomorrow, we will start to see rain, especially around 8:30. Look at the steady rain there, and then the rain continues to move through as we go through the noon hour. I think we do start to dry things out in the afternoon as temperatures start to fall a little bit. We're right around 50 in the afternoon and then falling into the 40s as we go into the evening hours. We'll see that system move out by Thursday evening, and then we move into your Friday, Black Friday, and it's turning cooler and then much colder as we go into the upcoming weekend. The coldest air mass of the season thus far. And as far as rainfall amounts, about a quarter to about a half an inch of rain across the area as we go into your Friday. So not a complete washout, and it'll at least take the form of liquid and not ice. But look at this 8 to 14 day temperature outlook, the 4th through the 10th. Very cold conditions for us. Temperatures way below average. Here's your Paul Davis 7-day forecast. 56 today, and then rain for Thanksgiving, 58, and then cooler on Friday, 50 degrees, and then really cold into the weekend and early next week with highs only into the low 40s. Temperatures way below average. And at night, wow, yeah, you're going to want to protect your pipes and winterize your house. Temperatures down into the low to mid 20s. Umbrella giveaway winner today is Alan Weissman from Millville. Congratulations, Alan, on your brand new umbrella. From Paul Davis and Coast TV.
Thank you, Bob. And town leaders in Fenwick Island say they're listening to neighbors and visitors. Literally, Fenwick's mayor proposed changes to a town ordinance, and she says it's in response to some complaints from people who live there year-round and police officers. The mayor says the current noise code is in need of some updates, and if passed, the amended ordinance would give better guidelines for enforcement. One proposed change is moving quiet hours 2 hours earlier to 10 p.m. instead of the current midnight cutoff.
And the way our ordinance was written, it was sort of, whatever was considered reasonable under the circumstances and, what's reasonable,
The mayor says the proposal will go before the town council at their meeting on December 6th.
Coming up next on Coast TV News today, we're talking Denrec dredging underway when Denrec says this emergency dredging project is expected to be complete.
Is your cookware scratched inside and an eyesore on the outside? Introducing Gotham Steel Hammered Cream Cookware. Forged with an authentic hammered design, engineered with extremely strong titanium and tri-coated with ultra non-stick ceramic. Gotham Steel features double the non-stick release. Now you can cook healthier without all the butter or oil. Get this huge 15-piece set for 4 payments of $49.99 with free shipping.
To order, call 1-800-513-6408.
Listen to Coast Country 103.9 and 106.3. We are Delmarva proud.
You rip and tear your old statements and bills, but thieves use this information to steal your identity. Don't be a victim. Get the ID Police, the new ink roller that encrypts all your old documents. So before you throw it out, just roll it on, and your information is gone, both on the front and through the back, even if the paper is held up to the light. Even your medical information is safe with the ID Police. So block it out before you throw it out. Order now and get your ID Police for as low as $9.99 and get free shipping too. This offer is not available on Amazon. So call or click now to get your ID Police for as low as $9.99 with free shipping. Order now.
Call 1-800-803-0512. That's 1-800-803-0512. Or visit getidpolice.com. So call 1-800-803-0512 now.
Doctors, lawyers, teachers, bus drivers, cashiers, librarians, the helpful smile of a helper, a caretaker, a healer, a giver can also hide the deepest suffering. Domestic violence impacts everyone, even our everyday heroes. What Is Your Voice is here to help. Call our helpline at 302-467-3310 or visit whatisyourvoice.org.
Hi, Chef Daniel Green here with Rice Robot, the 1, 2, 3 rice cooker. Watch, 1 add the white cup for rice, 2 add the blue cup for water, 3 click it and let Rice Robot perfectly cook it.
The secret is perfect cook technology for even cooking. Then Rice Robot senses when it's done, auto stops and keeps it warm to serve.
It won't burn, overcook or undercook, guaranteed.
Get the complete Rice Robot cooking system, all for just $39.99. Order now.
Listen to Big 107.7, Delmarva's classic rock station.
Happening now at the Indian River Inlet, all the equipment needed to begin work to prevent further erosion has been brought in. DENREC started what it calls an emergency dredging project, using 380,000 cubic yards of sand to help rebuild the shoreline. The beach would be 9 feet high. We spoke with people who have seen projects like this before. They do question, though, if it'll work.
Mother Nature has a way of doing what it wants to do when it wants to do it. Mother Nature comes in with a 40-footer, one after the other. Good luck with that.
Yeah, fair enough. DENREC says the entire project will be done March 31st, 2025. But I don't think we have any flood risks or 40-foot wave risks today, Bob, but rain is coming today. Or not today, this week.
I think Bob said tomorrow, Thanksgiving, it might be rainy.
Yeah.
It's kind of, oh.
You know, and as that gentleman said, Mother Nature will do what Mother Nature wants to do, right? But she's being kind to us today along the beaches with light winds. We will see skies, clouds increasing. And Fenwick Island and Ocean City, you're starting in the 30s and 40s. Then you're in the 50s with thickening clouds today, waves around 2 to 3 feet. And then if you are taking the ferry up to Cape May, perhaps going to Grandma's house for Thanksgiving, looking at temperatures in the 50s today. Light winds, so all in all, a nice ferry ride. And then Rehoboth, you're seeing temperatures in the 50s. On the bay side, 1 foot waves and temperatures in the low 50s for Cambridge, thickening clouds, and lower 50s for Crisfield as well. Then we start to see the rain for Thanksgiving Day, better for the big shopping day Friday, and then icy cold starting this weekend in December. Much more on your forecast for the holidays coming up in the next half hour.
Bob, thank you. Also coming up after the break, working where you live in Lewis could become a reality for those looking to have a home-based business. We'll show you the debate over the topic and why some locals say it could negatively impact the city.
And Seaford moves on marijuana. We'll tell you details of a first reading to an amendment on business licenses in the city.
And Thanksgiving travel is already underway. What Delaware and Maryland officials say on how to stay safe on the roads. Coast TV will be right back.
Foul
odors, discolored water? Are you running out of hot water more quickly? These are all signs of sediment buildup in your water heater. And as the buildup becomes more severe, it can even cause a premature tank failure. Flushing the tank periodically can prevent these problems. FH Fur has you covered. Get a water heater flush for $49. That's right, a complete water heater flush for only $49. Act now and get a plumbing inspection free.
877-CALL-FUR. FHFur.com.
Hi y'all, it's April from Coast Country, and every Tuesday I get the honor of highlighting an amazing teacher right here on Delmarva with Teacher Feature. If you know a teacher who deserves some extra love, those who go above and beyond every day, head to coastcountry.com and nominate them today. Then tune in each Tuesday to hear their story. Teacher Feature right here every Tuesday at 11 on Coast Country 103.9 and 106.3. Sponsored by Coastal Comfort Heating and Air Conditioning and Vernon Powell Shoes.
You like to keep your beard perfectly groomed, but she hates all that mess. Now there's VacuTrim by Bell & Howell, the total body shaver that trims your hair and vacuums it up. VacuTrim stainless steel blades give you a precision cut, while the built-in vacuum captures the hair shavings. It has 20 trim settings to shape your beard and tame body hair with no mess. Get VacuTrim with free shipping for only $39.95.
Call 1-800-263-0608. That's 1-800-263-0608 or go to VacuTrim.com.
Calling all comic collectors, anime lovers, gamers, and pop culture fans, make your way to Ocean City Comic Con December 14th and 15th at the Roland E. Powell Convention Center, featuring over 200 vendors, artists, and special guests. Plus, take a pic with your favorite comic book hero, take part in a costume contest, and so much more. Saturday 10 to 5 and Sunday 11 to 4. Tickets start at $10 with discounts in costume or donating a non-perishable food item. For more info, go to oceancitycomiccon.com.
Now on CoastTV News.
It's a dry and cold start to our Wednesday with increasing clouds today and dry for the East Coast. We are watching a developing system to our west that will result in a wet Thanksgiving for Delmarva. More on your holiday travel weather coming up.
The future of home-based businesses in Lewis, the latest step towards a future that could create a kitchen-sized commute for some.
Future of marijuana sales in Seaford, the latest regulations discussed and how much a licensing fee could cost retailers.
Driving safe and sober this holiday season, the resources available in Delaware to deter people from driving while under the influence.
This is CoastTV News Today.
Good morning, everybody. Thanks for joining us as we continue this morning. I'm Paige Marley.
And good morning, I'm Elisa Weber. Good morning.
Good morning.
I'm so excited for Thanksgiving.
Isn't it kind of like the day before, like
I know,
a summer
I feel like
break?
a kid where it's like, oh, the last day of school before you had a holiday.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I went to Catholic school, so we would just do like parties and
Yeah,
stuff. Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah.
But
Especially Christmas too. Yeah.
I'm going to be here tomorrow, and I still feel like it's
I know.
before a
It's
holiday.
like, and like the parade, we work with NBC, which is so fun too.
I'm nervous about the parade though because of the rain.
The rain, which we can ask Bob.
Yeah.
Bob, will those balloons be okay tomorrow?
Oof.
That is the big question, ladies, because, right, it's not the rain, it's the wind. I think if the winds gust in excess of 25, 30 miles per hour, balloons have to come down or lower. So we know the rain's coming, but, you know, hopefully not too windy for the balloons tomorrow in New York for the Macy's Parade. For us, it's a frosty start on this Travel Wednesday. 31 in Salisbury, Georgetown, 29 in Delmar, 31 in Milton, and 30s and 40s at the coast. Winds are light, roads are dry, visibility is good, as we do have some stars out there right now and some increasing clouds as well. The thicker clouds are back to the west, so if you're traveling up to New York, into New England, and into the Carolinas today, you're looking good, but farther back to the west, increasing rain and snow across the Ohio Valley. But for us, it's a frosty start. Mid-morning, we're in the 40s, but we're dry. In fact, we're dry all day, but we'll increase the clouds into the afternoon with temperatures around 55 in Millsboro, Selbyville 55, lower 50s at the beaches. So good travel weather even into this evening as we're seeing temperatures into the 40s. And by 8 o'clock, thickening clouds, but still dry. And of course, kids are excited for Thanksgiving. Always hard to do schoolwork on that last day before a holiday. Frosty start off to school 30 degrees, and then heading home, we're looking at dry and cool conditions for the kiddos and increasing clouds and around 54 degrees.
Yeah, Bob, it's always hard to focus the day before a holiday, but we're going to take a live look outside and look at the Bay Bridge. As we can see, cars are already headed to their destinations, and as the day goes on, we're sure to see a lot more vehicles on major roadways as they travel to their Thanksgiving destination. And speaking of holiday travel, here's a shot of Route 50 only a few hours ago. Traffic wasn't too terrible, though MDOT says prepare for much more in the coming days. And in Delaware, you can get a ride for free if you need a designated driver. The Sober Rides program offers up to $20 in vouchers for Lyft and Uber to help people avoid drunk driving.
New this morning, Maryland is reminding drivers of the importance of safety during this busy season. According to the agency, all 23 of its state police barracks will be on the road working to fighting against aggressive, impaired, and distracted driving. The agency is encouraging everyone to take steps to prevent impaired driving, such as having a designated driver or using those rideshare apps.
And also new this morning, we are going over some numbers from the Maryland State Police about crashes that occurred in Worcester County during Thanksgiving weekend 2023. Here's what we found. Fortunately, there were no deaths last year. There were 2 people injured in crashes, and that is half as many who were injured in 2022. 10 crashes resulted in some kind of damage compared to the 19 in 2022. And we'll look at Delaware's numbers in the next 30 minutes.
Seaford is creating some rules for a business license for people who want to sell marijuana in the city. Earlier this year, the city created zoning rules that would allow for the recreational sale of pot in certain areas, adding an amendment to their regulations. Officials held a first reading of that amendment that would add license requirements for any retail businesses selling the drug. They also looked at what they might charge for a license fee. The suggested number right now is at $1,000, though that may change at future meetings.
Making bank from your own place. In Lewis, where some people are trying to make a buck right where they live. Most people live at home and work at work, but for those that want to turn their home into a business, there are some hurdles.
CoastTV reporter Brendan Conroy shows us what took place when the city's home subcommittee discussed how this sort of entrepreneurial effort should be governed in city limits.
Work from home got a real jolt in the arm during the pandemic.
COVID definitely changed the game.
But there's a big difference between remote work on the computer and running a full business out of your home. It's that second option that the city of Lewis is looking at and debating rules and regulations for. Steve Pete lives in Lewis and says the idea is definitely feasible, as long as they're doing it the right way.
I would hope people would try to be respectful of any rules in place and certainly anything surrounding safety. But again, as long as they're not violating the rights of others, kind of live and let live.
If you do want to run your business from your house in Lewis, you're going to have to follow some rules like the hours they give you, not changing the character or the exterior of your house, and not hiring more than 2 non-residential employees. Some people are worried about unintended consequences. One man says it could lead to traffic buildup in what should be a residential area.
The main problem I would see is parking and how many people are going to be patronizing a business at one time.
The rules and regulations on how this will be governed have not been finalized yet. Today's meeting was just the latest step towards a future that could create a kitchen-sized commute for some in the city of Lewis. For CoastTV News, I'm Brendan Conroy.
The Lewis Home Subcommittee is meeting again in the beginning of January to discuss the next steps as they move forward.
New this morning, after over a year of fighting, President Biden announcing the United States brokered a ceasefire deal between Israel and Hezbollah, the Iran-backed militant group based out of Lebanon. According to Biden, the deal includes bringing an end to the fighting after nearly 14 months of back-and-forth strikes and removing Israeli troops from Lebanon within 60 days. Hezbollah supporters waving flags in celebration of the ceasefire, while those displaced during the violence returned to their homes in Lebanon.
This is designed to be a permanent cessation of hostilities. What is left of Hezbollah and other terrorist organizations will not be allowed, I emphasize, will not be allowed to threaten the security of Israel again.
While Israel and Hezbollah agreed to a truce, the deal did not address the war in Gaza. The Biden administration vows to continue pushing for a ceasefire there and to bring the remaining hostages home.
And happening now, President-elect Trump is preparing for his inauguration on January 21st. His team has now signed a transition agreement with the Biden administration, and the move comes after a significant delay that was partially caused by Trump's team concerns over mandatory ethics agreement. And the initial deadline was back on October 1st, and the agreement means Trump's team could soon get access to federal government agencies, allowing them to meet with outgoing officials and receive briefings. And we have a lot more news to get to, so don't go anywhere.
Still ahead, Sussex traffic tip, the dates surrounding the latest closure of the Woodland Ferry.
And one local school has a state title on the line. We'll show you how Indian River football is gearing up for the 1A Delaware State Championship.
And holiday driving dangers, how Georgetown officials are urging drivers to stay safe after that crash Monday night. Stick with us on Coast TV News today.
Ride the wave of Delmarva's vibrant coastal vibes with Coast Life. From hidden gems to sun-kissed trends and captivating local tales. Dive deep and immerse yourself in our coastal rhythm. Catch Coast Life weekdays at 4 on Coast TV.
Transform your backyard into an outdoor oasis at Woodland Sheds in Bishopville, Maryland. Explore 11 acres with over 100 Amish buildings and 7,000 pieces of Amish poly furniture. Walk through our Amish-built sheds, kennels, coops, garages, and even pool houses. Enjoy free shed delivery and rent-to-own sheds with no credit check. We also have portable storage units. Visit us at Woodland Sheds, Route 113, Bishopville.
This is the revolutionary socket fan by Bell & Howell. The amazing 2-in-1 ceiling fan and light. If you can screw in a light bulb, you can hang the socket fan light. Socket fan comes with this handy remote. You can control the light and the breeze that you need. Socket fan fits any standard light socket. You can do it yourself in less than 10 seconds.
And now, the socket fan lights with deep socket extender is yours for $49.95 with free shipping. Order now, and you can get a second fan for 50% off.
Get cool fast with Socket Fan.
Halo Ministries presents Visions of Hope, a Christmas celebration benefiting Halo's mission. This festive evening will be emceed by special guest Jimmy Hoppa and includes a 3-course dinner, live nativity, and music by Halo's Transformation Choir.
The performance features remarkable stories of transformation from despair to a life full of hope and purpose. Tickets are $50 and all proceeds benefit Halo's mission.
Get your tickets now at haloministry.org.
Michaela Schifrin continues her chase of 100 World Cup wins at one of her favorite courses.
And the march through Alpine history continues for Michaela Schifrin.
The Stiefel Killington Cup, Saturday and Sunday on NBC and Peacock.
Just about 5:37 on this big travel day Wednesday. Ocean City right now, dry tech cam. I think we're seeing some stars, and it's 43, so we're frost-free along the coast. 36 Bethany Beach, 38 Rehoboth, but inland we're scraping frost. So if you are traveling today, leave extra time to scrape it. Upper 20s and low 30s there. As a winter calm, a little breeze along the coast, but really ideal travel weather this morning. Aside from the frost, it's good visibility, not seeing anything in the way of precipitation. Just some clouds floating through. The only precipitation is well back to our west across the Ohio Valley with rain and snow there, but you can see up and down the East Coast we're in good shape for today. And if you are taking the ferry up to Cape May for the holidays, as I mentioned earlier, looking good. Temperatures in the 40s this morning. Light winds, of course, bundle up, and that sun does fade behind clouds as we go into the afternoon with temperatures into the 50s. Remember, another way to get your forecast is the Coast TV First Alert weather phone. Just updated it. It's your forecast just a call away. Sponsored by Baird, Mandalis, Brockstead, and Federico.
Bob, thank you. New this morning, Georgetown officials are urging drivers to be extra alert during the season. According to the Georgetown Fire Company, that accident you're seeing on your screen happened Monday evening. They say it took place at the intersection of Park Ave and Springfield Road. Georgetown EMS posted those photos with a caption, "Holiday PSA, put your phones in your console and look at what's outside your windshield." Good advice. All right, a Milford man facing charges now after Milford police say he was arrested for attempted murder. Police say Derek LeGray is facing attempted murder and other felony charges for stabbing a woman on November 3rd. They left her in critical condition. LeGray was arrested by U.S. Marshals in Philadelphia. Police say he will be extradited to Delaware for formal charges.
After you eat all that delicious Thanksgiving food, make sure you tune into Coast TV News for Thursday Night Football. It's Miami Dolphins at the Green Bay Packers, and you can watch right here on Coast TV at 8 p.m.
Delmarva Sports Network from the Wawa Studios.
Good morning, sports fans. Only one Delaware high school football team remains in the hunt for a state championship as Indian River takes on undefeated Tatnall Saturday in the 1A finals. IR is looking for their first state title since 2011. They come into this game with an 11-1 record and on an 8-game winning streak. The green and gold are led by running backs Javion Chandler and Davon Handy, QB Dylan Grice, and receiver Darnell Stokes. Head coach Philip Townsend and IR defeated Polytech last Friday to punch their ticket to this championship. We spoke with Coach Townsend about the team's journey.
They grew up together. They played, Little League and Pop Warner and middle school, and they've kind of all been together as a group. And a lot of these guys have seen the success that we've had the last couple years. And I think last year, losing to Tatton on the semis really, made these guys have a drive this year coming into the season. We had a really good off season in the summer with the workouts and 7-on-7. And I feel like we kind of picked up where we left off from last year with a lot of key pieces. And like I said, these young guys that came in, they figured out what their role is, and they've done a good job executing what we've asked them to do.
Indian River faces Tatnall in the 1A Delaware State Championship at 1 p.m. Saturday. Join us then for our Wawa watch party as we view the game and comment on all the action with you, and I'll bring you sideline coverage as well. That'll do it for sports. Have a great day.
And coming up tonight on DSN, your game of the night in playoff football, tune in to see Hill face off against Cambridge South Dorchester at 7 p.m. Then for a full recap, watch the final score at 10:30. And the Wawa Watch Party for the 1A DIAA State Championship is here, featuring Tattenall and Indian River. Join the DSN crew for a live analysis and reaction of the game on Saturday at 1 p.m. The Delmarva Sports Network will have the opportunity for all of the fans to chat with us and let us know where you are watching via Facebook. Movie news now. Here's David Daniel with today's Hollywood Minute.
Surely you can't be serious.
I am serious. And don't call me Shirley.
A man who helped shape the sense of humor of a generation has died. His son tells Variety Airplane co-writer and co-director Jim Abrams passed away Tuesday. Abrams and his childhood friends Jerry and David Zucker made the Airplane and Naked Gun movies, among others. On his own, he directed Big Business, Welcome Home Roxy Carmichael, and Hot Shots. Jim Abrams was 80.
Where's my dad?
Something happened to him.
This is Interpol. You're in possession of stolen U.S. government property.
If you go to the police, he's dead. If you don't bring it to us, you are dead.
Phoebe Dynevor from Fair Play and Bridgerton learns her father was once a spy, and now she's in the middle of a mess in Inheritance. The official trailer for the international espionage thriller just dropped. Inheritance, directed by Neil Berger, arrives in theaters January 24th. In Hollywood, I'm David Daniel.
During the holiday season, Draper Media's Bless Our Children campaign works to bring the Christmas spirit to everyone. And we like to share cards like this and the donations that we have received. So look at this beautiful card here with the birds. I'm a fan. I'm a big bird fan. And inside it says, thank you for all you do during the holiday season, Kim Lynch. And it's in memory of Mom Leslie Lynch. That's very sweet from Selbyville. Thank you so much. We have so many beautiful cards, and we're going to add them right here to the tree. But don't forget, we still need all of your help to make sure every child on Delmarva has a very special present open on Christmas morning. Already, get this, our initiative has raised almost $120,000. That's incredible. We got to keep it going. To donate online, visit blessourchildren.org. Thank you to everyone who's already sent in a card as well. Now, as the Christmas season rolls around, we also welcome everyone to share their holiday decorations. We want to see all the bright lights and your festive setups. Submit your pictures and videos at coasttv.com/holidayhouse.
Looking dry on the highways and byways this morning. Great travel day. No traffic right now in Salisbury on the Tidal Health Camp 31, but we're scraping frost. And our travel day is starting cold and dry, then becoming cloudy and staying dry. Then rain, unfortunately, for Thanksgiving, followed by the coldest air of the season. December starts icy cold. I'll have your travel forecast and into the weekend as well coming up in 2 minutes. Stay tuned.
Coast TV First Alert Weather. Your safety, our commitment.
See the beauty of Delmarva from a bird's eye view. Soaring over the shore, Mondays on Coast TV News at 6. Sponsored by Morse Roofing and Siding.
Water, nature's ultimate cleaner. We drink it, we bathe in it. Think water, think steam, think clean. Now harness the power of water with the H2O X5 5-in-1 steam cleaning system.
I'm so impressed with the X5.
It's an all-in-one product. I can use it throughout my entire house.
It's cleaning, it's sanitizing, there's no chemicals in it. It's just steam.
This is unbelievable. There is no more odor.
You could spend over $500 to purchase the products that the X5 5-in-1 Miracle replaces. Order your H2O X5 steam cleaning system Maximum of $500 value for just 4 easy payments of $43. Order now and we'll upgrade your X5 package. We'll add a 6th mode with a dusting and polishing wand. Valued at over $30, this extra bonus attachment makes your H2O X5 the H2O X6. That means your 10-piece system becomes a 12-piece system at no extra cost to you. All for just 3 easy payments of $43. Call or click right now.
Have you lost a loved one to suicide? You are not alone. I lost my teenage son to this heartbreaking tragedy.
And I lost my veteran dad, who faced his struggles alone in silence.
We're here as part of the Jesse Clump Memorial Fund's Lost team, providing support to suicide loss survivors.
We understand this complicated grief. We are here to meet, talk, or text whenever you need.
Remember, you are not alone.
Call us at 410-726-3090.
Together we can heal and find hope again.
This Thanksgiving on NBC and Peacock.
Come on, let's turkey drive.
Dolphins.
Wow.
Packers.
Touchdown.
In prime time. Now that's something to be thankful for.
Glad you're with us for the last course. Off we go.
Thanksgiving night on NBC and Peacock.
Today we are going to take a live look now at Ocean City. Looking pretty good there, Bob. Pretty calm, but we know tomorrow that could change for Thanksgiving.
Yeah, I wish, we could extend the dry weather page right through today's travel day and into Thanksgiving, but we can't. Mother Nature has other ideas, but today is a good travel day. If you're headed to the airport, and you can see the cities listed here, we're good along the East Coast, mild and dry. I think the only one that's not listed here that could be a problem is Denver, as we have some snow there, but expected flight delays, not seeing any. You can see all the green airplanes, and that's good. That's telling us that conditions are good. And weather delays, some across the Midwest with some rain. And then watch out, Pennsylvania into interior parts of the Northeast and New England. Maybe some snow and ice later today into Thanksgiving. Otherwise, things are pretty quiet. And at the regional airports, Dulles, Reagan, BWI, and Philly, all no delays right now. And I think that will be the case as we go through much of the day. Now, there's Denver seeing some snow right now. They have a green airplane, so that's really the only travel trouble spot, maybe Omaha and then into the Midwest later today. But for the most part, we're in good shape right now. And we'll see that system coming out of the Rockies today with some rain across the plains. And then this is our Thanksgiving rain developing across the Ohio Valley. You can see a little bit of ice around Cincinnati into the Northeast, but for us, it's just plain rain. Right now, we're looking at, the satellite picture locally, and we're looking at just a few clouds. I did notice a crescent moon earlier on, and thicker clouds farther to the west. There's some rain streaking across the Ohio Valley and some snow into the Midwest right now with that next system that is headed our way. Otherwise, we're looking at, snow across the Rockies of Colorado and into Montana and interior west as well. So that's where the snow is. And in the West Coast, maybe a little bit of rain for San Francisco, but looking dry for LA. Temperatures in the 20s and 30s out the door, so it's frosty inland, not so along the coast. Temperatures above freezing there, with our winds being pretty light. So this morning we're scraping the frost. Otherwise, dry roads, good visibility. Temperatures in the 40s this morning. Clouds thicken up into the afternoon with highs into the mid-50s. And then it's chilly and cloudy through this evening and then the overnight hours. And then I think the pre-dawn hours of Thursday, that's when we could start to see some rain. And then that rain becomes steady as we go through the morning hours. So 8:30 a.m., probably don't travel at this time. It's a washout, but at least we're talking liquid precipitation, not frozen. And 12:30, it's still raining. But then I think by mid-afternoon, as we're all really stuffed and watching some football, I think the sun will come out. We're looking at temperatures in the 50s there, clearing out and then getting chilly as we go into Thursday night and Friday morning. There's that system moving through with the rain, some snow to areas of the Northeast. Otherwise, we go into your Friday, Black Friday, and it's dry. If you're headed out to the stores, it will be a little cooler and then really cold as we go into this upcoming weekend as we see the coldest air mass of the season moving in. As far as rain with this system, about a quarter to about a half an inch of rain. But the big story as we head into the weekend and early next week is the coldest air of the season. So make sure you winterize your house now. Protect those pipes, especially this weekend into next week. Paul Davis 7-day forecast, 56 today. And then for Turkey Day, Thanksgiving, wet. But then I think maybe some sun later in the day, 58. Friday, cooler, 50. And then really chilly as we go into the weekend and early next week. High highs only in the lower 40s. That's not wind chill, that's straight temperature. And then in the mornings into the low to mid 20s. So once again, it's mild now, so winterize now for the cold weather to come.
All right, will do, Bob. Thank you. Happening today, we have some information from DelDOT that the Woodland Ferry is closed today through Friday, November 29th. The agency says the ferry will reopen Monday, December 2nd.
In Rehoboth Beach, the city is gearing up for the hometown Christmas parade that's set for Monday, and our very own Madeline Overturf will be the MC. Here's how the parade will change your drive into the city. Rehoboth Avenue will be closed from traffic circle from the bandstand from 6 to 10 p.m. Also, State Street from Hickman Street to Rehoboth Avenue and Country Club Drive will be closed from 4 to 10 p.m. Parts of Sussex Street and Kent Street will also see closures that night.
Denmark police are still collecting toys for tots. The goal is to collect unwrapped toys for all ages that benefit underprivileged kids.
And you can drop off the toys at any Delaware State Parks office, the Delaware Natural Resources Police office on Campbell Circle in Georgetown. Donations will be accepted until December 12th in Kent and Sussex counties. And as Thanksgiving approaches, keep in mind that some holiday foods can be harmful to your pets. According to Savannah Animal Hospital in Lewis, avoid giving them fatty meats, raisins, grapes, onions, and sweets, and make sure to properly dispose of bones and any carcasses. If your pet eats something they shouldn't, contact the ASPCA Poison Control or Pet Poison Helpline.
Coming up next on Coast TV News today, winter wellness, why staying active and eating healthy gets tougher in colder months, and how to stick with it.
And good travel weather on this big travel day. Looking over SU right now, good visibility. It is frosty, 31 in Salisbury, and we're looking at a dry travel day, cloudy skies, and then rain for Thanksgiving, followed by the coldest air of the season this weekend into next week to start December. I'll have your 10-day forecast coming up next.
DSN Plus is more energy. Extra live games and on-demand replays anytime, anywhere. DSN Plus is more hype. From playoff matchups in unified football to marching band showcases, we highlight what makes Delmarva unique. DSN Plus is more hometown pride. We go wherever our teams go with up to 5 live games every weeknight. DSN is still free on air and cable, but get even more with DSN Plus, just $6.99 a month. Download the Delmarva Sports Network app from your app store today.
Stay tuned to get a free automatic toilet bowl cleaner from Mermaid. Your sink stopper's broken, and fixing a drain is a pain. Introducing Mermaid Drain Magic, the instant solution to most broken drains. Just remove and replace. In seconds, you can fill and drain with a simple press of a button. Drain Magic makes replacing your old, broken, rusty, even missing sink stoppers fast and easy. Drain Magic's anti-clogging basket helps prevent clogs in your sink, catching hair, food, even jewelry. Made with brass and chrome and a silicone gasket, it creates a watertight seal. Order your Mermaid Drain Magic today for only $19.99 and get a Mermaid toilet bowl cleaner absolutely free. Drop it in the tank for up to 3 months of cleaning. But wait, this could be your last chance to get Drain Magic at this low price with free toilet bowl cleaner. There's a strict limit of 3, so order now.
Call 1-800-944-6857 or visit GetDrainMagic.com. So call 1-800-944-6857 or visit GetDrainMagic.com now.
Who wants to drag out a bulky vacuum? Introducing Horsepower Duck, a super compact vac with ultra-powerful suction. Clean up that mess in the kitchen, the spill on the sofa, even sawdust in the workshop. Just duck it up. The compact design can reach the tightest places, so store it in any drawer where it's always at your fingertips. You can even store it in your glove box for the ultimate car vac. The HEPA filter helps remove dust and allergens. Plus, it dumps out with ease, so it's ready to clean again. Get the Horsepower Duck hand vac for just $39.99. Order right now and we'll upgrade you to the Duck Pro package, a $30 value, yours free. You get the bendable tube, the crevice nozzle, and the soft brush nozzle, but supplies are limited, so there's a strict limit of 3 ducks per order. This may be your last chance to get yours at this low price, so don't delay. Duck it up today.
Call 1-800-581-3085 or visit duckvac.com. So call 1-800-581-3085 or visit duckvac.com now.
We know that staying active and having a healthy diet are keys to good health, but this time of year, the holidays, and the cooler weather can derail our health goals.
Definitely. Mandy Gaither shows us now some helpful tips to stay fit and healthy all year long.
The days are shorter, the temperatures colder, and it can make staying healthy harder.
So really going into the winter season,
with a game plan so that we don't put on 10 pounds during the holidays.
Dr. Keisha Davis with the American Academy of Family Physicians says hone in on what you eat. She says to avoid fad diets and focus on fruits and veggies, which is harder in colder months, but still doable.
It's time to kind of switch to the sweet potatoes, the winter kales, those other vegetables that really sustain us for the winter. And I would remind folks that getting healthy fruits and vegetables frozen is a great option.
Motivation to exercise can wane in colder temperatures, but Davis says it's still important to be active. She suggests switching up when you exercise to earlier, lighter times of day. Davis says it's also important to designate a time to be active each day. Routines can help keep you on track. And she says to be prepared to work exercise in.
Maybe it's just walking around your home or apartment complex. Maybe it's walking up and down the stairs. Maybe it's doing just some chair yoga. There are so many free videos that you can find on the internet that will just make sure that you are moving, staying active.
Davis says exercise during darker, colder months can also improve mental health, but she says it's also important to stay connected to others.
This is also an opportunity to build community, come close to the folks that you know and love.
For Health Minute, I'm Mandy Gaither.
And Dr. Davis says this time of year often brings with it anxiety, maybe even depression. She says a doctor can work with you on managing symptoms that will go along with that. Right now, though, it is 5:55 this morning, so it's time to check in with our coastal pet of the day.
And today's coastal pets of the day are two cats in the Christmas spirit. On your screen right now are Frank and Milo. Frank is the tuxedo cat who actually has 6 toes, and Milo is the white cat under the Christmas tree. You can see him right there. As you can tell, both are enjoying the warm fire and each other's company, and these two were submitted to us by Lauren in Rehoboth Beach.
Almost missed Milo there. He blends in with the tree skirt. We want to see all your pets on Delmarva. Keep sending us photos just like that one. Tell us what makes your pets so special.
You can scan the QR code at the top of your screen to submit your furry friend at Coast TV News, then watch weekdays from 5 to 7 a.m. to see all of the pets we feature.
Sounds good. All right, it's 5:56 now. Time for a look at your forecast before you head out the door.
Yeah, our travel forecast.
Yeah.
Yeah, the all-important travel forecast, ladies, looking great today. You know, up and down the East Coast, we're looking nice and quiet. It's tomorrow that gets pretty wet, but a lot of folks will be at their destination by then. But we're looking good. We're scraping frost this morning, inland areas, because we're in the low 30s. And some sun this morning, warming to the 40s and 50s, then becoming cloudy this afternoon with temperatures into the mid-50s, topping out around 56. So we're dry today, dry into the evening hours. Here's your Paul Davis 10-day forecast. Rain develops late tonight, early tomorrow, and I think we'll see some sun later in the day on Turkey Day, so it won't be a complete washout. If you're traveling in the evening, looking better. 58, 50 on Friday. Then here comes the Arctic Express. We're looking at lower 40s for the weekend into early next week, and even into the mid 40s by the end of next week. It's dry, it's cold, and overnight lows down into the lower 20s early next week. So prepare accordingly.
Coming up at 6, the holiday travel rush is underway. A look at crash statistics from Thanksgiving travel periods past and what the Delaware State Police want you to remember so you get to your destination safely. All that and more when Coast TV News Today returns.